everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and I like to talk about books, unbox subscription boxes, and generally just have a good time. So if you're in for any of that, please consider subscribing. And today, we're doing my May reading roundup. Woo woo! Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, today is May 26th. You guys know I have to film in advance. Also, I am going to finish the third book in this series by the end of May, but I have to film now or else you guys aren't going to see any videos. That's how it goes. So I'm going to tell you about the books that I read first, and then I'm going to try and talk about them without giving the entire book away. New concept, but maybe it'll happen. So this is The City of Ashes, and it's by Cassandra Clare, and it's number 2 in the Shadowhunter series. There's the books on the back. They all have like a person on the side here. It's a really cool series. A really cool set, I mean. So in this one, it says, haunted by her past, Clary is dragged deeper into New York City's terrifying underworld of demons and shadow hunters, but can she control her feelings for the only boy who can never be hers? So in the first book, we find out that Clary and Jace are brother and sister. They have the same dad. He's like the bad guy. So I'm giving away the entire book series. Okay, I'm just not good at these. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, but whatever. That's where we are. That's where we are. So I'm actually rereading these. I read these like 6 or 7 years ago, I think. Maybe it was 6 years ago. But yeah, I'm rereading these. I'm really, really enjoying them. I'm actually doing these, like I have them as physical books, but I'm doing them as audiobooks. So I'm reading them like in pieces kind of as I go. Shadowhunters, there's like the Downworlders, which are like the vampires and the werewolves and like stuff like that. And then the Shadowhunters are like half angel. They're half Nephilim or whatever they're called. And so they fight like the bad guys, like the werewolves and the vampires, and like stop them from like killing humans. And they call them Downworlders, and they have like little runes that they put on their body. Like you can see it on her neck here. And they use it with this stele. That's this thing. They like use that and then they draw it on, kind of like a tattoo, and the tattoos disappear. Or some of them don't, some of them stay. But in this one, what happens is after book 1, when they figure out that like Valentine is their dad and he's like the bad guy, it's Jace like goes through like a trial to like figure out like if he knew that his dad was like the bad guy, because everybody thought that this guy was dead. And then Clary finds out that that's her dad as well. And then I'm instantly stuck. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay. So sorry you guys, but I got like lost my train of thought there, and then I was just like, and I couldn't think of anything to say. But yeah, so what they do is it's essentially them trying to figure out how to figure out where Valentine is and how to fight him, essentially, is what all of the books are about. That's what they lead to, is a big battle. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. I don't know, like I'm not very good at talking about books, and I'm going to say that pretty much every book video that I have, but it's just the truth. This one is actually not my favorite of the series. I just feel as though it drags a little bit in the middle there kind of thing. And like, there's a lot of flippy flopping on like the relationships, I feel like. So this one's not my favorite one of the series for sure, but I did enjoy it. It's also like the smallest one of the series. Like it's not very big, and the rest of them are pretty big. Yeah, so it was really good. I really enjoyed the reread. I would still give it like 5 out of 5, 100%, because like it goes with the whole series, and the whole series as a whole is amazing. So yeah, I would totally give it a 5 as a 5. Now, is that not enough information? Can you guys let me know? Because I feel like I either give away like the entire series and you never need to read it, or I give away no information and I don't have like a middle in between kind of thing. Please let me know in the comments. You guys know. Yeah. That's how it goes here. So then I read these two, which you guys know about. I bought these. They were like as a series sitting at the thrift store that I go out with my mom and Nana. So I bought these, and I gotta tell you, like from like the first line in this book, I was hooked. I read it so fast. Like this is, okay, so this is number 1. And it says, Jack the Ripper is back and he's coming for Rory next. Louisiana teenager Rory DeVoe, I don't think I said her last name right, arrives in London to start a new life at a boarding school. Just a series of brutal murders mimicking the horrific Jack the Ripper killing spree of more than a century ago has broken out across the city. The police are left with few leads and no witnesses except for one. Rory spotted a man believed to be the prime suspect, but she is the only one who saw him, the only one who can see him. And now Rory has become his next target, unless she can tap into her previously unknown abilities to turn the tables. So what happens is there's like this special elite force through MI9. That's like the London police, right? I think. And there's a special elite force through them where they can like see ghosts. See, now I think I'm giving them too much away. Anyways, whatever. I'm just going with it. So what happens is she almost dies. She gets this ability to see ghosts. There's only a couple of them who can see them. And she doesn't realize that she's seeing ghosts. So she ends up talking to this guy at one of the murder scenes. And that ends up being the guy, right? So, but because she talked to him, he knows that she can see him. So then there's like a whole backstory. She has like a friend who comes, like becomes her roommate. And it's like a special undercover, like police person. And then she becomes friends with like these MI9 like special force kind of thing for like the ghosts. Such a cool book. So good. So cool. She's from Louisiana and she gets like a boarding school kind of thing. So she goes to London to be at this boarding school. And over there, like the London school system that she goes into is really, really intense. Like they have schools on Saturdays. You have to be in sports, stuff like that. One of her classes is called Further Maths. Because I really noticed this because I'm not good at math, right? So, and her classes are 3 hours long. But like further maths, what are you learning after algebra? Is there more after algebra? I didn't even do algebra. So like, I don't know. But like she's talking about further maths and she has to learn, I think she's learning Spanish. And then, or no, it's French. And then she takes like an art history class that's like 3 hours long. But it's cool because in her art history class, they go around London and they see like the museums and they see the paintings and they see the art and stuff like that. Really cool book. Really, really cool characters. Really, really well described background. And the Jack the Ripper story, like plot twist in there. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, I like true crime stuff and Jack the Ripper is one of my favorites. And there was a lot of stuff in there that I think is like real, but I did not realize that it was like the Jack the Ripper stuff. So that was also neat. And it was kind of neat that it was something that you kind of know about, but you don't really know about, kind of thing like that. And like good mystery, good plot twist, good characters. Her roommate, Jazza, is amazing. Like if Jazza was a real person, I would want to be friends with her. So yeah, very, very cool. So that's the first one. And in the second one, it says, a new threat haunts the streets of London. Rory DeVoe has changed in ways she can never imagine since moving to London and beginning a new life at a boarding school. As her newfound ability to see ghosts hadn't complicated her life enough, Rory's reach and brush with Jack the Ripper copycat has left her with an even more unusual and intense power. Now a new string of inexplicable deaths is threatening London, and Rory has evidence that there is no coincidence. Something sinister is going on, and it is up to her to convince the city's secret ghost policing squad to listen before it's too late. So in this one, after like the end of this one, she ends up being injured. So she goes to Bristol to live with her parents because her parents are like, I think they're like university teachers or something like that. They're like school teachers or like maybe a lawyer, but they're doing like an abroad kind of like teaching. I think they are teachers. So they're doing that. So they were close to her. Like Bristol was kind of close to London, according to the book. I don't know in real life if it is or not, but she could go on a train there on the weekends kind of thing to see her parents, except for the fact that she has class on Saturday, so she couldn't. But she goes to live with her parents because she's been hurt. She goes to live with her parents, and then she has like a therapist there, and the therapist like convinces her parents to send her back to her boarding school. But now, because she's been off because she was injured and she's missed like a lot of schoolwork, so it ends up kind of being like her story about how she's trying to figure out if she's going to become one of these MI9 people, or if she's going to try and stay in school, or if she's going to go to like this cult kind of thing. Like, oh, you guys, I don't know if you guys can find these books. I don't know if they're online for like audiobooks. They're amazing. They like, the writing is good. There's like I laughed in it. I cried in it. No joke. I cried. My boyfriend was concerned. Like, yeah, such good books. And I'm like 78 pages into number 3. So like, honestly, I will have it finished by the end of the month, but I have to film now or else I won't have videos. So yeah, I would definitely give this series like 9 out of 10. I did like this one more than this one, but I think it was because it had the Jack the Ripper story and this one didn't. But there was a cult story in this one, which I also enjoyed and I thought was kind of mysterious. I'm going to go with 10 out of 10. I'm changing it. 10 out of 10 for the entire series. So good. Yeah, the characters are funny. The storyline is good. And it's like a storyline that I've never read before. Like I've never read anything like this before. Like how they they get the powers, and how like they deal with the ghosts, and how they like some of the ghosts are like their friends. Like, oh, it's so cool. Such a good series. So, so good. My throat hurts because I've been talking a lot today. But yeah, such a good series. Please let me know if you've read any of these books. These are the books again to recap. City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson, who actually has read or written like a whole bunch of books. She actually wrote a book with Cassandra Clare for this series, The Bane Chronicles. So cool, because I didn't know about her at all. And then there's the Madness Underneath. The next one is called The Shadow Cabinet. Not done yet though, so I can't really talk about that one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys read a lot of books this month? Like, oh, I did really good this month. I had, so we have the long weekend before the US has theirs by like a week. Like you guys have Memorial Day coming up, and we had Victoria Day. So it's like to celebrate the Queen, because we're like governed by England, I guess. I don't know. I want to tell you that I know, but I don't know. They originally had, like, the Queen's on our money. Anyways, that Monday I had off. So we went and we bought some plants and we did a little shopping. And then I came home and I sat on my veranda and I read my book from like 10 until like 4. And then I went and had a nap. But like, honestly, perfect day. I read my book all day long. I like finished this one in that day. So cool. Oh no, I have to cough. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, I have to do that like every video now. I'm either coughing or sneezing. Yeah, so very, very cool books. Please let me know what books you guys read or what you're reading. Like, tell me some good books in the comments. Have you guys read anything on like this kind of thing? Like, do you guys like murder, ghost story kind of things? Like, what do you call this? Fantasy? Sci-fi? Mystery? Oh, I bet it's mystery. Okay, see, I don't even know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please like this video or dislike it. I think it helps out either way, but I would like it if you liked it. Check out my description box for some other content creators. That's funny. I would like it if you liked it. That's true. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me. I really, really appreciate that. And I really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!